A lonely little shell that wants to find family. And the repercussions of going viral on the internet.
My turn?
Mm-hmm.
How dare you make me watch this movie? For one.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Pointless Discourse with myself, Hoppocalypse, and Itisdpayne, and a special guest.
Oh my gosh, it's me again. What is up, internet? Oh, that's where I introduced myself.
Yeah, you had a slideshow.
Hi, my name's MadiCantCook. Here's my graphic for those on YouTube. It's upside, it's fine. I'm a Twitch affiliate. Oh my gosh, I have 2 cats. ADHD, I can bend. Ooh, fun. Chaotic good. I stream, I hate pickles, and I got a really cute third toe on my left foot.
A third
Podcast
toe?
over. Podcast
Like,
is
wait,
over, guys.
do you only have 3 toes on your left foot?
No. So I have the normal
What
amount
kind
of
of
toes.
question is that?
Incredibly invasive, I know.
Oh my goodness.
I have a really tiny toe on my left foot, and it's so small and cute, and it's like smaller than my pinky toe, and it's just like a perfect toe. It's just cute. It's my favorite toe. Fun
So
fact.
your third toe is shorter than your pinky. That's where. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it also has like the perfect little like nail bed. It's cute. When I get pedicures, the nail tech lady, she always goes like, "Oh my god, what a cute little piggy," and I'm like, haha, all the way home. Anyways.
I'm just picturing your foot's like toes like this.
No, it's. You want me to show you my toes?
No,
You don't have to.
That's not for free, Maddie. That's not for free.
Oh, well, it's cute. Gotta share it with the world. Yeah, that's my elevator pitch this time.
Oh.
But yes.
Oh, yeah? Well,
Nice to meet me.
here's my elevator pitch. Hop, don't burn your house down this time.
Oh yeah.
It was a carbon monoxide warning, so that's why it was scary.
Close enough.
Listen, I know you don't like talking to me as you actively avoid me because I won the Shane off.
Yeah, that's what it was. You just clicked left at the, like, in between me clicking left. Because what was it? I accidentally tried to shop at the table, and then you talked to Shane or whatever. Yeah.
We were both sprinting, dude. I even missed it. Like, I think I missed his birthday or something.
But I still did it, yeah.
I know, but I won. He was my boyfriend.
We love damaged goods.
I can fix him, I swear. Anyways, hello.
Huh?
I don't know anything about Stardew except for what I know from what Hop
I don't know
shares.
anything, but what I do know is what I know.
Yeah, from what I do know, it is a lot about that guy. I know he has blue chickens and he works in the best store.
Why would you say that?
Itisdpayne the capitalist. Boot him off.
For that reaction.
Vote him off the island.
I'm on an island?
Yeah.
I heard about that in the news. I don't want to be on an island.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Different island.
Everyone likes it when they talk about news, but then Itisdpayne brings in news like... Dude,
I've seen a lot of Stephen Hawking memes. That's where I'll leave
so
that.
have I.
Oh my god, they're so funny though.
Yeah. And that should be all the context you need when this comes out in 4 months.
Yeah.
4 months later. But yeah.
Is it 4 months? Hold up. We can find this out. Where's this? There's it is. I don't know. This is too much math for right now. Hey.
It's planned to 2 months.
2 months? 2 months sounds like a rapper. You got 2 chains. 2
There
months.
was a rapper in a movie that I watched recently called Old. This is off topic. This is not the movie we're talking about. But his name was Shiny. No, it was Mid-Sized Sedan. That was stupid.
That's funny. I like that.
He goes,
Sounds like a Disney movie.
A parody movie. Yeah.
my name's Mid-Sized Sedan. And that's all he did. He had like maybe like 5 lines and that was it. And I was like, huh, okay. Anyways.
But yeah, so you mentioned movies. We're still going through our A24 series where it's
Hey, we have a title for it now because it had to be uploaded.
yeah. What did you go with my title of just a bunch of numbers that look cryptic?
It's 24. Hold up.
What?
I have to look at it. It is the title of the series is called 24, A24, 4 FOR 2024.
So yeah, pretty much what I said, but written in actual words.
Yes.
I like that you spelled out the word for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
So
it when
now
I
there's-
messaged it to D-Payne. So he was like, there's too many fours.
There's still four fours. But,
2024.
Recorded this in April. Wait, this comes out in April.
March.
Oh, I thought you said 4/20/24.
24. We're watching 24 A24 films for 2024.
That's at least 3.
True. Hey, do you want to have a fun A24 fact?
Yeah.
Good,
I
because
believe the number is highlighted for you, D-Payne.
I read it like 8 times while we were getting ready, but I will make sure. Yes, it is the one I was looking at. So the company had a podcast called the A24 Podcast, which put out episodes including a discussion between the 2 members of the film industry. That's all that is written.
And this is funny because, so for your context, Maddie, these are supposed to be like chronological, like from the beginning of the company up till like whenever this list ended. So right now I'm like, what 2 people?
Yeah.
It might say it in a previous fact. We don't know right now.
Yep. So,
All right.
but yeah, from this episode though, let's see. We've had, let's see. This will lead into there because I know just the countdown. For people who don't know, this is the first episode that we're recording in 2024. But the release date from what we've watched, would have watched up to this point, we watched Minari, The Whale, Hereditary, which is all true. We watched all 3 of those movies.
Preparing before the holidays, yeah.
Yes, before the holidays, and now between this episode. What we have to still watch and record is Moonlight, A Ghost Story, The Lobster, Past Lives, Lady Bird.
Lady Bird's a good one. I love that movie.
Yeah, that one wasn't one of the options for a guest, though. So, but yeah, today we're talking about a film that is very close to at least one of the people in this call. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, which I didn't know was the actual title until I looked it up on Amazon.
So for anyone, if this is your first time dropping into an episode, the format will be we roll dice or digital dice. As Maddie can go ahead and prepare what she wants to do when it comes to rolling a 20-sided dice.
We probably should have said that in the 2 hours we were talking before this.
I'm just gonna roll online.
That's totally fine.
Yep.
Whoever rolls the highest number will give a 1 or 2 sentence synopsis of the movie, and then after that we'll have a general timer to keep us in line. Otherwise, we get easily distracted and go off on tangents. To just do whatever we want for the movie, discussing things in any order, but it will be full of spoilers. And if you don't want to be spoiled, then go watch it now and come back.
I got some big emotions about this one, so yeah, don't. If you spoiler warning, I'm gonna shit all over this.
To be fair, she has been talking about that specific reaction to almost everything. Not even just this movie.
Yeah. You don't poop when you get excited? A little poopy comes out.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
is
I'm
that
gonna
why?
roll
Is that why babies poop so much?
Yeah, they're just excited to be in the world, dude.
I found out that when babies learn something, that's like when they go into sleep regression, and so parents are all pissed off because like my child isn't sleeping, and it's like, yeah, because they're learning, and like new pathways of their brain are being like unlocked. And I saw a TikTok where they were talking about this, and they're like, this is what my baby learned, and it was just to hold the bottle with their feet while they drank out of it.
I saw one where it said like, oh, my baby's really anxious, so they must be learning a new skill, and it was basically the baby learning how to blow a raspberry.
Dude, babies are hilarious. I like them better when they're not mine.
Oh, is that why I get sleepy whenever I read?
No, sleep regression means you don't sleep.
Yeah, because babies when they're first born, they sleep like
they
most
sleep
of the
like
day.
a rock. They sleep like somebody that Maddie wouldn't want to hang out with anymore.
It gave me an ick. I can't go back.
As she looks at this 6-month-old child.
I
Go
know.
away.
If something pops out of me and it starts giving me an ick, I'll be like, put it back. It's not done.
The bun is not done in the oven.
Get this thing out of here. It's like, they better not be allergic to cats. I'm done.
Okay, let's roll some dice.
I already know my number.
Do you have your fancy dice out, Dpayne, or are you using your regular dice?
I can roll a fancy die. I'll roll this one. I just have to take it out of the thing. They're in a bag that I went to go play D&D, and then they're just still in the bag. Yeah, here's
Totally
the
fine.
fancy one. It looks like a marble.
Whoa.
Mine's the
I
pink
rolled
one.
the same exact number.
That's fine. I have a pink one with little bunnies on it. There's my number, so I'm not lying.
I got a 9.
Oh, I got an 8.
Oh, it's me.
You win.
I win.
It's you. She's the problem.
Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Oh, I talk.
Alright. So, Dpayne, do you have the timer set up?
I
mostly?
do, but I will say, I will start it because I know Maddie before Hop joined. Maddie was telling me something about this movie, and I figured it would just be fun to start the timer after the quick reaction. So after Maddie gives at Hop, you can give the synopsis, and then Maddie, you can do your thing, and then I'll start the timer.
Okay. So
Because her reaction has nothing to do with the actual movie.
Wait,
Alright.
what reaction are you talking about?
Well, the one you gave as soon as you walked. Well,
Oh, okay, I remember. It's in my noggin.
there you go.
Alright, so then the TLDR for this movie is it's a mockumentary of a mockumentary. it's like a double mockumentary of a lonely little shell that wants to find family. And the repercussions of going viral on the internet.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you make me watch this movie? For one, my sisters were all obsessed with Marcel the Shell, right? Or Marcel the Shell.
I was not aware of what Marcel was outside of this movie.
To be fair, I didn't know this was going to be a reaction until Maddie came in and yelled at me.
My sisters have been trying to get me to watch this stuff since it first became a thing on YouTube, and I was like, no, I don't want to watch that. And it was like one of those things that Dpayne was saying earlier, like if something gets stuck to you, you're like, get away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want it. Blah. Ew. Gross. When you guys told me what movie I had to watch, or invited me to be on here, and you're like, we're watching this movie. We think it's such a fun movie for you. I literally called my sister and I went. It's like, I had to watch this movie. My sister was like, yeah, watch that movie, but I was so upset. I've been actively avoiding it.
Because I have the same thing where people are like, I forget what it is. At this point, I haven't really watched or read Lord of the Rings, and I think it's just going to stay that way.
It's fun.
Yeah.
What did you just say?
I fell asleep watching the first Lord of the Rings. So I haven't continued the series. I also fell asleep watching The Hobbit in theaters. The first Hobbit.
Okay, I'm one of the unpopular people where I think the Hobbit movies were my favorite compared to, the other movies, but I think just because, the memories that I have with the Hobbit, with my dad, he pulled me out of school when we watched those movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Tolkien girly. Hop!
I remember my sister handing me The Hobbit and was like, read this, because I like Tolkien, and, this is supposed to be for kids, but she gave it to me, and I think I was a little too young, so, I remember struggling to read it, 5 times, and then in school, I was in, the Gifted and Talented, and they're like, what do you guys want to read? And all the little boys were like, I want to read The Hobbit, because I like Lord of the Rings, and then I was like, I can't do it. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'm a fantasy girly.
From the books you told me that you read, I agree.
I think this whole thing we got going on here.
Dpayne's listened to me talk about books. I really like magical realism. That's my extent. Give me trauma, but explain it away with magic.
Okay. I like
you might enjoy
endings.
The Bone Orchard then.
Maybe. I like the Poppy War in the 5th season. Those are fantasy, but it feels a lot more grounded, given that they're about the Poppy War is about an actual war. Just add some fantasy sparkle.
It's the Poppy War series is history, but
disguised,
with the lens of magic. But I will say, like, reading that series, it did push me to learn more about Chinese history. So, in a sense, I guess it worked.
If I wrote a book, hypothetically speaking, and I was like, this person has PTSD, but it's fine.
Are you gonna find a character in The Hobbit just to say this to Hop?
Yes. Oh my God. There's so. You have to watch this movie. I swear to God. Look at me. I'm beating you with my wand.
Sorry, I also watched Saltburn recently, so like my brain is like, you said that, I was like, oh God.
God, I have not watched that movie, but I've heard things about that movie.
It's a very good dark comedy where like everything is so uncomfortable and like there's moments of like shock value. Overall, I give it like a 7 out of 10.
Wait, hold on. Can I say something that might spoil a little bit of it?
Message me. I don't think D-Payne's watched it, so.
Okay.
I never heard of the movie until it was in a TikTok.
Yeah, Saltburn has gone really viral, but like it's not that bad. Like some of the reactions where people are like, I'm scarred from this movie. I was like, you haven't watched enough movies, I don't think. Yeah. Can I send you a GIF?
Yeah.
Well, for anyone listening, we're not talking about Saltburn.
What's wrong with... No.
I just sent you that you knew what was happening. I sent you the GIF.
Okay. Is this movie able to be rented or is it in theaters?
You can get it off Amazon. It's gone. It's not there anymore.
I have to travel on Thursday.
Don't watch it on
Friday.
a plane.
I watched someone watch season 3 of The Boys where some dude ran up a penis and then sneezed.
That's like the same as like watching The Human Centipede on the plane.
Yeah, don't do it.
You just don't do those things.
No, you watch The Human Centipede on a plane just to get reactions from everybody else.
and then a parent goes, I have my 3-year-old son next to me, sir. Please turn off the
And that's
film.
when you forget to mute to hook up your headphones.
So everybody can hear it.
And then if you want, you watch the second one where it's in black and white, where it makes it worse because you imagine the colors of everything.
Anyway. Let's just hope the flight you're on isn't the same as like whatever the plane build of the Alaskan Airlines one was. I don't know if you saw that TikTok. The exit doors, the emergency exit doors flew off.
Oh.
So there's just
I like a little air.
Anyway, so movie.
Nah,
Maddie is mad that we made her watch something she's been avoiding her entire life.
Yeah, she came in like hot, just like, how dare you make me watch this? And I'm like, if history shows right, if I remember conversation correctly, Hop was very adamant to say this looks like a movie Maddie would like. And I was like, okay.
How was I supposed to know about your personal predisposition of avoiding this movie?
What is a multi-year friendship and co-host, 2 co-hosts if we don't throw each other under the bus?
Well, yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to start the timer and
yes.
we can talk about Maddie's favorite movie of 2024.
I watched this movie just so I can hang out with you guys, by the way. That's how dedicated I am.
Yeah, that's also how Hereditary came up, because I told her, it's like, yeah, we had Hereditary. It's like, that's my favorite movie. And it's like, if we had so many people that were like, hey, would you like to watch this? No. Anyway.
I don't know, okay, that was also an unfair assumption, because realistically I should have thought of it, and I was like, highly anxious people do like horror as a genre.
I'm highly anxious.
But I was like, I don't want to make Maddie anxious when she's got all her school stuff and her work stuff.
It kind of calms me down. It's like how I say Overcooked is like my favorite game, because it's so chaotic, it calms me down. I love that shit. I eat it up. If I can find a boyfriend that plays Overcooked with me, then we don't fight.
I love the TikTok memes where people have paused Overcooked and they're like, so you see this corner is where you stay.
Man, I'm
Beautiful.
just silently playing it, and I just do everything by myself. I don't even need a teammate. They're just there to help me, so I'm not like slowly chopping things.
The only thing, I hate the levels where you are required to have a teammate because of the map like splitting and joining back together, and you have to throw ingredients.
But do you know the glitches on all those maps to like get to the other side and back? Okay.
You little cheater. I have 3-starred all of Overcooked 2 without having to use little glitches.
Have you
stars can you
4-starred
get?
it?
No, because I like myself.
Oh, I'll help you. I'll play with you. Hop, please. Let me play Overcooked with you. Hop,
It begins, guys!
Overcooked.
Count number 1!
Hop, do you want to be Maddie's boyfriend or Overwatch? No, not Overwatch. Overcooked boyfriend.
Oh boy. Anyway, so movie.
Okay,
Timer.
now I'm actually gonna start the time. Now.
Okay.
Oh, you
Focus.
didn't? Good. Okay.
I did, and then we immediately went to time. I was like, I'll wait till we actually start talking about the movie. The start of this movie reminded me of a book I read.
The whole
my-
movie reminded me of like books I like to read. But my favorite trope in books is found family.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Really?
Yeah, it's one of my
technically,
favorite tropes.
He finds his family. Quite literally.
Yeah. I watched it with a friend, and it was so funny. So my friend, she's been going through it, and she was like, I think this is a little too wholesome for me. I don't think I can fully like appreciate it. But she was watching it, and she was like, that character better make it to the end. Oh my god, they better stay friends. Oh my god, like she was so invested. And then I was like, oh, this is fun. Because at first she was like, what do you mean you're going to watch something about a shell? And I was like, look. And she went to Rotten Tomatoes, was like, oh, it's rated well. And we sat there together, and she got so invested in this poor little guy. At one point, she was like, how long have we been watching it? I was like, oh, 40 minutes. She's like, I feel like I know Marcel's social security number. Like, I feel like I've lived my whole life with Marcel.
I don't understand why that's rated so highly on Rotten Tomatoes.
I
was talking deep
I
about
told
that.
you I told you my theory.
Yeah, I know.
It came out in the middle of lockdown, and in the middle of lockdown, there wasn't a lot to do. So, but the thing is, it's like
I think for
Man.
what it wanted to be, it's a perfect fit into the genre it wants to be.
Yeah.
it is written well, and it is a well put together movie. And Maddie, we you have to remember, Hop and I are coming off of a movie series where
Movie?
calling some of these things a movie is a lie.
Yeah, the Halloween thing was we
It
needed
looked
we
good
needed
on
a
paper.
break. We thought we needed a break from good movies, and turns out we just needed a break from serious movies. Because when we watch these bad movies, like we couldn't give some of those movies even half a star.
No, we needed a break from Gravity Falls. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's what we ended up watching.
Our favorite movie was Itisdpayne's suggestion of Santa Jaws. Well, outside
Yes.
of Black Christmas, but Black Christmas is just a good movie.
Santa Jaws was hilarious, especially because that one was my suggestion of we need to force System Shock to watch this,
Yeah, we got a
And
guy
he
that
is-
worked in the film industry to watch a B movie.
and he's very analytical, like when he watches films and stuff, and he's like, I don't have anything to really say about this because it's stupid. And we're like, yeah. But yeah, this movie reminded me of the book by Ash Oakenthorne. It's a book that I saw like someone recommend on TikTok where it's like, hey, do you like Over the Garden Wall? You like this? I'm like, I like Over the Garden Wall.
I love that show.
And so I read the book, and I was like, this book is like nothing bad actually happens. And then I went and looked it up, and I found out it's a book for middle schoolers. I'm like, it's still good. It's
Right.
just more like, where's the drama? It's like
You were expecting, yeah. I don't know. I've been reading the Legends and Lattes and Bookshops and Bone Dust series. Like, I read both of those books. That one's like cozy D&D fantasy. My only gripe with them is they're adult books, but there really is like they want to pretend there are stakes, and then like everything's gonna resolve in a way that's like really cozy. But I'm still a sucker. I'm gonna keep reading them because like it's kind of like how Marcel the Shell, like, even though there's not like a plot or anything necessarily like major happening, I was just invested in the characters, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep buying the books because I care about these characters enough that like the plot is boring, but like I want to see what happens to these people.
So did you guys have to check your volume like 4 or 5 times to make sure that the movie wasn't muted at the beginning?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
I was like, none of the opening like companies put audio on their logos.
Yeah, and then it was just the movie started, and I'm like moving my mouse around, checking things. I'm like, "Is things working here?" And then I don't even remember. He's like, Marcel just starts talking.
He's like asking him like, can you like test levels? And he's like, what are levels?
Yeah.
Also, if you hear my cat like rubbing up against my microphone on this.
Extra special guest.
Ah.
Through toes.
A 2-for-1.
Beans.
She's supposed to sit on my lap. Hi, baby. But yeah.
So.
Sorry, I saw her eyes. What was I had a thought. Oh, I think I had a tough time like wrapping my head around this whole movie. Like I watched it, and I had to like rewatch some bits because I was like, I'm not paying attention. I actually had to put it in like 1.5 times on my thing that I was watching on, so I can like focus on it because ADHD brain. It's hard to get me some focus. But like, I'm a big hater of Baby Yoda. I hate Baby Yoda. I hate him so much. He's so creepy.
I don't know anything about him, but go ahead.
Okay, cool. And so, like, I went in with, like, that mindset of, like, oh, this reminds me of Baby Yoda. So, like, yeah, I watched the movie. I don't hate that I watched the movie, because now I can say I've seen that movie, and I can, like, tell other people that I've seen that movie, and then tell them, ow, I just punched my mic, sorry.
I thought you were going to say your cat. I was going to go, oh, no.
Oh, no, she's already gone. It just, like, hit it with, like, my nail, and it hurt. Anyways, I think that's why I had, like, such big emotions about this, and I was like, ugh! And then, a lot of the stuff that in the movie, like, it was stuff that happened to me over the summer, so I was sitting there going,
whoopsies.
because, like, the Linger song that Marcel sang, we sing that at the end of, ending campfire for Girl Scouts, and so I had to learn that song, so she started singing that song, and I actively went, no! No! Just got really, like, war flashbacks from, like, camp and being traumatized by the children.
I didn't realize that was a real song.
Yeah, it's a real song. I want to linger, a little. Like, I had to sing, like, the melody part while the other camp admin people had to go, like, the doo-doo. Because I could sing. And they're like,
What,
Maddie's
Dean?
a good singer.
What Dean had to do. And then Marcel's
Yeah.
like, you're a terrible singer.
You're not even hitting the note.
I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't even know what the note is.
I wrote in my note, I wrote, war flashback. But overall, the voice of Marcel the Shell reminded me of the child that went Vine famous, where they're like, I smell like beef. They had the same voice to me.
I can hear that.
It's the freaking bats. I love Halloween.
She's so old now, which is kind of crazy to see. I saw a TikTok where she's like 12 or 13 and like talking about Stanley Cups, and I was like, huh, this feels wrong.
The sports thing or the cup that
The cup
got
phenomenon.
caught on fire?
Yeah, the one that survived the car fire. The Stanley Cup, that one is basically, how do I explain it? People camped out at Target overnight to pick up a collaboration version of that cup.
Yeah.
And it's reselling for like almost $1,000, I believe.
I don't get it.
I don't either. I don't have
It's
one.
just a water bottle.
I have the D&D movie cup.
That's a good movie.
It's a very good movie.
I thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
I still haven't seen it.
Itisdpayne.
Why?
This is just going to be Maddie yelling at us about the movies we haven't
Yeah, it's
seen
gonna
yet.
be it's gonna be A24 24 for 2024. Marcel with the Shovel Shoes on featuring Maddie. Alternate title: Maddie yells at us.
Maddie hater can't cook. Just put me on your show just for like me aggressively hating the movie. I hated this shit.
It's okay. That was some of our reviews, some of other shows.
Yeah, it's fine. We all have different opinions. I think that's why it's fun because like Hop said, this is like Hop's niche. Like you like the like family coming togetherness and like yeah. My niche is like when the good guys, like my favorite like type of like book to read or like movies to watch was when the good guys, they try to tell you are the good guys are actually the bad guys and the bad guys are the good guys. And it just kind of goes whoop. Love that shit. I think that's why I like Fourth Wing.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah. I'm reading one book where I think it's going to be like that. It's all, someone gifted it to me, and basically the concept is like the girl's like 18, 19-ish, and she just found out that her parents, who spend like half of their time in Egypt, have passed away under mysterious circumstances, and no one has answers for her. So she's going, and she's finding little hints that seem to say that her uncle's the baddie, But she's like, but I'm around my uncle and he doesn't seem like a bad guy, but he's being really suspicious. And I found a note and I found like weird diary entries from my like now dead mom that are saying like weird stuff. But I think it's taking too long to set it up because they also want it to be a romance, clearly. So like this 18-year-old is like, he's so hot the way his shirt clings to his muscles. I'm like, get me to the part with the mystery.
Uncle?
No. Her uncle has a staff member who's like her age. She's like, I hate British people, and he's British, but he has hot muscles. I'm like, okay, come on, take me to the part about the mystery.
I was like, what?
That
in
is the
Kentucky?
mystery.
Well, in the Kentucky.
Sweet home Alabama. Or I'm just trying to think of a town that was over in London or wherever they were.
That would be equivalent.
Yeah.
No, they're in Egypt now, so I guess anything goes. No, it's not her uncle that she's into. It's somebody else. But no, I can see that because this is a very Marcel the Shell is very like low stakes, very cozy, very comforting, and it makes sense. Like as you say, Dpayne. It came out in a time where people were sad and stuck in their home, so it would hit a different spot, especially with like the blow up of TikTok and everything, because it also kind of hints at that stuff.
Yeah.
I think people like either had two emotions during lockdown. It was like, yay, I'm home, I can do things, or it was like, I'm home. Let me out in this cage.
There's a
I
third
flip
one.
back and forth. A third
There was
one?
mine. I wish I could be in lockdown, but I still have to go to work.
What?
Yeah, you didn't get to. He didn't get to.
I didn't get to be in lockdown like everybody.
Oh, so you're important. My name's
No.
Dpayne. I'm kidding.
No,
Oh, what did you
it
do?
was metal fabrication. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was useful during the pandemic. It's just he can't do it from home.
Yeah, it's like it's literally a job I can't do at home, and if I did, I'm pretty sure the apartment would break. But anyway, you know what? This is a good segue into a part of the movie that made me laugh. But how you guys were talking about stuff that you like in movies. I know I said this on other episodes, which I don't think Maddie has heard. My favorite movie is when everyone's just depressed.
Yeah, that is this.
Yes, and so I want to bring up the point where Marcel ruins Dean just to get a candle lit. If you guys remember, he's like, where Dean's like, no, I don't want to be in a movie. Like, how would you light the candle? Like, when he's like, he's making the rubbings for the thing.
Oh yeah, he's asking for help. And then did you ever think, Dean, that maybe if you actually connected to people instead of sitting behind the camera, you actually have friends? And Dean's
and
like,
make like an emotional connection with people? And he's like, and then it just cuts and the candle's like thanks, Dean. Yeah, thanks. You're welcome.
Marcel, I loved Marcel like being that quintessential person that because they've been isolated for so long, they're like, well, I know better than you, and I'm going to say these things, and I don't care if I hurt your feelings, because I haven't talked to people in years.
Yeah, but at the same time, who's going to be happy, or who's going to get pissed off at a sentient shell? Okay, Maddie, what do you got?
Hi, it's me. I'm pissed off at the sentient shell, but also I'm a very blunt person. I think after lockdown, I became very much like a if I think and I'm saying it person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel bad for some of the things I've said to people, and like I'm like, well, it's my truth, and I have to like justify that myself. So, in a way, you know, I guess maybe I don't like Marcel the Shell because we're too much of the same when it comes to like the way that we like think and like,
Interact with,
Yeah.
okay.
because I told this one guy, I won't get into it. I'm not gonna get into.
That's totally fine. We're on the record now.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna close my mouth. Anyways, I'm just very blunt and honest, and it does not.
Well, since you're
gag
blunt and
well.
honest, here's a question.
Uh-oh.
What reaction would you give if you saw a squirrel right in your face?
If I what?
Saw a squirrel directly in your face.
I think I would. Oh man, first initial reaction is just grab.
Oh, poor baby!
Hi there, you're mine now.
We're having subtitles later.
Yeah.
When I was watching it with my friend was like, Dean, you asshole, help them. They can't do anything. Dean, stop recording. Dean.
I think that is a general thought process of this whole movie, which like I understand Dean's side of it, where he's like, it's a documentary.
He's
I
trying to
can't
be
get
hands
involved.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I can't like affect your life, and then it's literally like, no, there's a squirrel because Grandma got her head bashed in by a laundry basket and forgot to close the door.
No, she fell off the dryer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still. Well, all the things, and which Dean wouldn't help with that. I think. Oh wait, I think he did lift up the laundry basket.
He didn't close the window when he knew it was open, though.
Yeah.
Didn't they also put the grandma on like a? Oh my gosh, what is it?
A colander.
A colander for
Yeah.
Joe, and she's like, let
Yes.
me out.
Get me out of here.
I don't want to say. I love. Sorry, I can't get over when Marcel's like, Grandma's from the garage, and they have a lot of dust there, and that's why she has an accent. It's like,
Yeah.
but
Checks out.
Yeah, but I think the thing that I liked the most about this movie, I was really impressed with the miniature sets. I was like, I know these sets are just like little miniatures, but they're so pretty and they're so fun and they make so much sense in the context. So like, it brought me back to like me watching behind the scenes of Nightmare Before Christmas, where you look in and they have like the very tiny, meticulous setup for everything.
Or Wallace and Gromit, or any I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Lakia?
Lakia?
Yeah. Any of those films where they're all
Yeah.
claymation and they're awesome.
Actually, I went to an art exhibit about all of the Lakia films, and they had like every single one on like display with like the original sets and stuff like that, like the
Ooh.
Pink Palace. It was in Seattle. It was really cool. It was so cool. I have pictures of it that I don't want to look for them because that'll take forever.
Was that like a temporary exhibit or is it always up?
temporary? Since like they popped up, it was really cool. I went like last year.
That sounds really nice. I'll have to see if I can find if that goes up anywhere again.
Yeah.
Because I know the museum in Philly, they do like random movie things. Like Itisdpayne was there for like a Disney tie-in for his niece.
It's for my niece.
Your niece?
My niece.
I know. I'm just.
She is 3 years old, and as soon as I walked into this Disney 100-year celebration, I was like, she is not the right age for this. I'm glad I spent $60 to come to this museum where my niece would just watch the opening cartoon of Walt Disney and Mickey saying, "Oh, welcome."
We've talked about this before.
Probably because it was, well,
In
it
the
was
summer?
after. Yeah,
I think we talked about this last time I was here.
probably. Yeah.
Oh,
Look.
I remember.
Mickey Mouse, the oldest version of Mickey Mouse is now open domain. That's all I know now.
Just don't take off the hat, otherwise Disney's going to get you.
Hold on. You better be sitting there tugging that boat.
No, an older version, I think. People had to correct people. Yeah.
Isn't that
And-
the Steamboat?
No, Steamboat Willie, I think.
Oh, I thought
is-
there was another one that people were like
I-
saying, be careful which one.
I think that, because I think a lot of people were looking at the Steamboat Willie, was like, yeah, but then they're like, it's just Mickey Mouse. No, it's not. I don't know. I haven't really done a lot of research on it, and I don't really care. It's like Disney's
not
still
one of-
gonna.
You're not one of the artists that's gonna...
I'm not an artist to begin with in a drawn style, but I will say Disney has been in the games too long where if you're going to do anything, you're going to get screwed. So
oh, yeah.
just
Their legal team is insane.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, phone notifications are so loud.
So did you guys know that 60 Minutes still existed?
I did
No.
not.
Me
What
neither.
the hell is that? And then
You don't
she
know
was
what
on
60 Minutes is?
No, that was before my time.
Hop, do you know what 60 Minutes is?
Yeah, I used to watch it, but
Okay.
I used to watch it with that old white guy. The really grumbly one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's the only description I
Six-
have of this old guy.
Oh, it's still here. Yeah, they just had a full. I looked it up and it's like 60 minutes. Wow, I can't talk. 60 minutes. I like how they describe it here on their website. 60 minutes Sunday after football on CBS and Paramount Plus. Also on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. and the CBS News app. Yeah, no, they're still.
Oh,
putting
Leslie
out
Stahl is
episodes.
from 91 to today.
Oh, yeah,
I
there
think...
she is. I saw her in the little thumbnail of the video.
Blown away.
Yeah, I feel like I was exposed to it when it was Andy Rooney.
I never really watched it because I remember it would come on, and every time it would come on, that means, well, no more after school TV time because now adults are on the TV and Arthur is done.
Yeah.
And
I remember first watching it when it was Andy Rooney because there's like this particular pose he would always do over his desk. And when I say old grumbly white guy, this is like
I was
Yeah.
thinking about like
Yeah,
the math
that
teachers
guy.
helping you out with like their problems.
Oh
and I was
God,
like,
not the.
butt out. Oh gosh.
He looks like one of the old men Muppets.
He looks like the turtle from 1, 2, 3. Count my shoes. Tie my shoes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the turtle from a Kung Fu Panda.
Oh my gosh, him too.
I was thinking of the. Am I too turtly for the Turtle Club?
Oh, the
Master of Disguise.
yeah.
Hey, you want to know a real fun fact that everyone likes to share about that?
What?
When they were filming the Turtle Club part of Master of Disguise, it was while the Twin Towers were being crashed in by the airplanes, and every production company was allowed to close except for them. They're like, we have to film this.
Why?
I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows why, but there's a national disaster. No, not disaster. Well, it is a disaster, but there is possibly the biggest event of the past 10 years happening right there. And no, you have to record.
Yeah, you have to finish this movie.
Am I too turtly for the Turtle Club?
That was a weird movie anyway.
Yeah.
It wasn't groundbreaking enough to like warrant all that. But anyway, we're really good at talking about anything but this movie.
There's,
Oh, yeah.
to be honest, there's
this your
not
plan, Maddie? Just keep us from talking about the movie.
Actually, to get us back on topic, I can say, I get that it was supposed to be cutesy and wholesome, but I couldn't get over how scary it was. This was a horror film to me.
because it was wholesome.
Because it was scary. There's a sentient shell walking around with pink shoes on going, hello, and they're doing things.
He's so little. How threatening can he be? The scarier thing is that a tampon is part of the family. Did you see that, Maddie?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that's scarier than a shell.
Hold up, I'm gonna look at this family.
I don't need
picture
a
They were
again.
sentient
rolling.
tampon.
They were mobile in tennis balls.
That was
Oh.
adorable. They were having traffic jams. And screaming.
Well, yeah, that was kind of funny.
Poor
But,
Arthur.
Like, the flashback
Arthur.
that happened, I think that was scary. They got kidnapped, the family.
They weren't kidnapped. They were just unwillingly brought to a new house.
Kidnapped. Shell napped.
It was. I thought that was a creative way to
explain why.
everyone's leaving, because it's just like me and Grandma just wanted to watch 60 Minutes, so we ignored the call, but everyone else went there, and yeah, they gone.
I also found it incredibly uncomfortable that 2 years after being broken up and clearly not seeing each other, they still got into such a heated argument that all the shells went to the hiding
Yeah,
place.
it's like that's what I wrote a note about that. It's yeah, couple. Yeah, it's a couple gets into argument, brings family together. More tonight at 7.
God.
It was funny where she's like, hey, see you at the house. And he's like, what are you doing? I hate this. Why are we doing this? Oh, okay, see you soon. Bye.
Yeah.
Also, I do have to say, I think the thing that made me really fall in love with Marcel is Marcel going, how many times do you throw up in your car a day? And he's
Yeah.
like, no.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's tiny. Don't worry about it.
I'm like, the shell produces so much fluid.
It's
Oh,
tiny,
the
don't worry
tears.
about it.
Yeah.
Every
The
guy.
tears, the vomit, and it's like,
That's an ick. That's an ick.
yeah.
I'm sorry, go on, DP.
The something else that kept cracking me up was how Marcel, like, when he talks, it's a very poetic way of talking, but they're doing, so how long has it been since you've seen your family? Oh, I don't know. And he's like saying, like, watching the
trees
seasons
and the
change
flowers.
and everything, and it's just like, yeah, and the dean's like, 2 years. Oh, okay.
I did like how awkward it was where Marcel's like, oh, you have a wife? You have this life? And he's like, no, not about me. We're not talking about me. I don't
Yeah.
want any of this. And then when the ending credits where they go to his apartment and he's like, oh, I got these flowers from like the biking path. And they go into the next room. Marcel's like, oh, you're having a girl over? Who are you having over? He's like,
Yeah.
oh, more flowers? You're really going to that biking path? And he's like, oh, these are from the farmer's market.
Oh, Dean. You know how she slept on bread?
Mm-hmm. The bread room.
I wrote a joke. It says, she sleeps on bread. Do you think Shell is capable of getting a yeast infection? I wrote this at 2 a.m.
I'm pretty sure the shell doesn't have the anatomy, but you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think they say gluten tog in the morning?
I think Marcel only. Because I don't think any of the rest of them sleep in bread.
Okay.
Because, yeah, the grandma was in, like...
a perfume powder thing.
Mm-hmm, the poof.
What if you had to, like, say good morning based off what you slept in? Like, as a show.
Like, most
What
of
What would the grandma say?
She slept in a perfume bottle. She went...
She makes the perfume bottles for sex.
I've arrived. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. I did love the Nana. I knew what was going to have to happen to her, given everything. But I didn't want it to happen, because she's just a sweet little old lady.
Yeah.
I did like how, for most of the movie, just the way... Like, it's shown that, like, yeah, she's always been around for a while and everything, but, like, Marcel's, like, being very protective of her. And then there's just, like, gets to a point where she's like, pretty much, I'm gonna die soon. So, Dean, shut up. Marcel, listen. You're going on the stupid show. And it's...
You're going to find the family.
Yeah,
I can't be here forever.
Yeah. Where it's just like, I'm afraid. And it's just like, what's everything gonna change? It is. And then just Jedi walks off with a spider.
Oh, yeah, reading off the poem about the seasons changing and how it's about life renewing. Yeah, it was just... I did like the reveal where the grandma was like, everything's perfect. I feel great. I'm eating so much food. I was like, Marcel, you're so stupid.
Yeah, especially as, like, Dean just, like, slowly turns to the camera and the shish kebab is out with thrown out the window. And then it's, like, right before 60 Minutes, supposed to go, is that the shish kebab? What's it doing out there? What the... Dean, take banana. It's like...
But I did like listening to them narrate all the goofy things about people, because I do that with my friends where I'm like, it's coffee guy. That's ponytail man.
Yeah. It makes me wonder when the movie was set, time-wise. I wonder...
It's got to be 2020, because TikTok was a really big topic in it. And influencers coming to houses.
But it's...
And live streaming.
Yes, all that, but none of those people came in with masks on.
I mean, I guess maybe 2019. When did TikTok...
Well, they had them all spaced out, so you know, like, you were, like, quarantining with, like, other people? What if they were just unmasked for, like, that little bit?
No, I don't know.
Oh, TikTok was released in 2016 and was the most downloaded app in the United States in 2018.
All right.
So it could be 2018.
They could have filmed it in 2019, and then in 2020 they started editing it, and then...
Released in 21.
Released in 21.
They're like, the world is ready. This is the biggest conspiracy theory ever. Marcel, the shell with shoes on, was actually the whole starter of COVID. Made everybody stay home so we'd relate to the movie more.
If you don't like the dang shell, you don't need to come up with Fox News hit points against it.
No
The
love.
pipeline.
Listen, I'm indifferent towards the shell.
Do you think Marcel was a Trump supporter?
I don't think Marcel knew enough about politics. I think
Yeah.
Marcel was
He
probably
didn't
like,
know what a
"That's
town
orange
was."
guy."
Yeah, he didn't have the concept of size of things. My favorite thing was him reading the comments on YouTube where someone's like, peace and love. It's like, I like to sign my letters with war because I'm a warmonger and I love war, clearly. I'm so for war. And that's how I feel sometimes when I used to be on TikTok where people were like sending love and thanks. It's like, for what? I made a Stardew meme. Like, it's...
Yeah. Those were pretty successful.
Matches Hop's shirt. No joy.
times 3.
What?
4.
4?
I didn't realize how much real estate I had on this sweater. Okay.
I'm sorry, I did not like the Shell movie.
That's
You
fine.
don't have to like the Shell movie.
We just made you watch it.
Yeah.
I know. How dare you?
And as I said,
we
you
made
could have
people
said
watch-
no.
Yeah. I mean, like, what was it? We took a chance on Anna and the Apocalypse. We didn't know how that was going to turn out either.
Yeah.
He's so silly.
Yeah. You got a pretty good end of that stick.
You literally got one of the best movies out of the whole Christmas thing.
Yes.
Yeah, because there was one about, like, a samurai reincarnated in Montana? Was it Montana?
There's
I don't know.
Wisconsin or
There's a lot of
something.
deer hunting.
Oh, Wyoming. No, I'm kidding.
And a lot of other things. Murdergasms. Anyway.
You guys ask me to watch a movie and then come and hang out with you guys, and I'm gonna be like, I get to hang out with T-Pain and Hop. I'm gonna watch the movie. I don't care if I hate it. Just don't make me play Fortnite. I'll draw.
I'm surprised you got away with that being on Mixer.
I did play Fortnite.
Not playing Fortnite. I played Fortnite on Mixer.
I
got on the wheel playing Fortnite. You remember they had that wheel where it was like featuring?
Yeah.
I'm so upset at Mixer because during shutdown I was streaming on Mixer a lot. Mm-hmm. The day I submitted my partner application, because I just hit like 4,000 followers and I had like 300 people in my thing all the time, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go for Mixer partner. The day I submitted that, they announced Mixer shutting down, and everybody blamed me, and I was like,
yeah, so it is your fault.
No, it's not.
Conspiracies.
And ever since that, like, starting over on
More
Twitch,
tonight
I'm
at
like,
7.
I don't have like the time to put back into it because I went back to college now.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I don't know. Like I never felt. I don't know. Twitch never felt the same to me. And like,
Mixer.
there really isn't much. Like, and I know a lot of people gone to Kick. I was like, no, Kick has its own problems. Twitch has its own. There really isn't anything there, but yeah, that's why I don't know. For me, it's just like, hey, I'm just gonna do the content that I want, and if people want to watch it, they'll want to watch it. And I don't know, there's stuff that seems to be happening from it, but it's
that's good.
Oh, sorry. Finish your thought.
Oh, you interrupted, so the thought's gone. So go ahead.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Look, you're not the only one with brain not working when it wants to.
I know, my ADHD will be like, I'm sorry. And then I'm like, you continue on. But you have ADHD too, don't you?
Undiagnosed.
Yeah.
Everyone says I do. I say,
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to interrupt your thought.
It's fine. It's gone. Go ahead.
I was going to go back to the Marcel the Shell movie.
Yeah, it's fine.
With, like, you said that, because you just sparked a brain thought. I watched a lot of, like, you know, claymation, like, stop-and-go, like, claymation movies growing up, especially, like, the ones that traumatized me, like this movie, Chicken Run, Wallace and Gromit. Those all scared me. But I still like the concept of claymation, was what I was trying to say.
I think claymation is really
and, like,
cool.
stop-and-go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember I never wanted to watch Chicken Run because I don't know what it was about it, but it scared me too. And then I was in the Philippines and they didn't have a lot of movies because at the time, you know, like back in the 2000s, it was like if you didn't have access to American media right then and there, you were probably like 10 years behind. So they were like, oh, we have Chicken Run, it's for kids. I was like, oh god, I don't want to watch it. So I did anything but watch the movie. Like I sat in the room and like I played with like furniture rather than watching the movie. So I have zero knowledge of Chicken Run other than like the cover of the VHS.
I will tell you everything about Chicken Run. It is the movie The Great Escape. It's literally the chickens are. This is gonna get okay. Hold on. World War II warning for everyone right now. For people who don't know what The Great Escape is, it's pretty much. I think it's American soldiers or British soldiers. I don't know. It's soldiers in World War II get caught by Nazis and they're in a camp and they escape. And that is what Chicken Run is, just with chickens being turned into pies rather than World War II.
Yeah.
They have a second Chicken Run out.
What?
Yeah, my niece was watching it.
Why would you let her watch that?
I didn't put it on. My brother did.
Your brother, what the heck?
Hey, we fixed it. We put on that new, the guys who made Real Akuma, whatever it is, the little stop motion Pokemon show.
Oh, that does look really cute. Was it Pokemon Concierge?
Yeah. It is. It's like every episode's like 10, 15 minutes. And so you have like an hour and a half. Watch them all. I did. But yeah, no, I like that production company. They like what they do. They're really good at this because it's not clay. It's all like felt, pretty much.
Oh, that sounds really cute.
So, felt with like a little bit there. I guess there is a little bit of clay, but like the clothes look like clothes, not like clay. Like how Wallace and Gromit is just it's clay
shiny.
On clay.
Yeah,
it's.
Didn't they run out of clay for that movie?
They something happened. They didn't run out of clay, but I think it's the clay that they had in house to make them ran out because of like something happened. I think they were able to get more or something. I don't know. I do remember that, people talking about that. But yeah, I don't know. I think stop motion's really cool, and I'm glad that there's still like a handful of production companies that are really willing to still put into work to do that. Mm-hmm. Like the one that I can't pronounce that we were just talking about, Lakima, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like that's all their films, and it's like they never get recommended award-wise for anything. But I don't know a lot of people that don't watch them and are like, that was a good one.
Can we talk about like? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say the time ended, but if we have a couple more thoughts, we can go from there.
Yeah, we're approaching the hour mark, so.
Mm-hmm. What was your thought,
talk
Maddie?
about like the anatomy of the shell itself, because I know like if you turned it on the side, like the eyeball was like in the side. So like I always thought it was like more like hermit crabs, because like went in here not knowing a thing about the shell, just know that it had shoes on. But like, are they just born that big? Is that just the size of them forever? I know there's mini shells running around. Do they grow?
Well,
are they just mini shells forever?
Well, if you look at the family pictures, you guys says the tampon is one of them. There's pretzels, popcorn,
some Cheetos,
sugar cubes,
like Wheat Thins.
There's.
Yeah.
So I think they don't grow. I think they just are, and I have a feeling that they don't birth. That they're just like I said, like the found family.
Accumulated?
Yeah, because like. Yeah, I think they just are.
Well, the book I mentioned earlier by Ash, Oak, and Thorn, that's kind of they're not like random objects, but they're called like creatures from the forgotten world, and they're just pretty much gnomes that are there to like take care of nature. So like nature knows all about this like forgotten race, and they just appear.
Yeah, I imagined you were going to tell me it's like the island of like forgotten toys from old like Christmas movies. Oh, I rewatched The Polar Express during Christmas, and I totally blanked out that there's the whole scene with the train car of forgotten toys. That was scary.
Is that with all the puppets?
Yeah.
That movie's scary. I hate that movie.
I think my boyfriend and I, we were talking about it. We're pretty sure they must have touched it up because the Uncanny Valley wasn't that bad when we watched it on Max this year. I remember before being like scared that these people weren't real people. And like now it seems the main characters at least were smoothed out. Some of the background characters were like no expression, just talking.
I never watched the movie until this Christmas season because it was on when I went over to visit the niece. And I'm just sitting there, and so I don't know if
Did you enjoy watching Tom Hanks be Tom Hanks 6 different ways?
Yeah, that's basically all his roles.
I was like half watching it, but the thing that was like the one kid when it was just like, "Hey, you the Romans," just like whatever his voice, he's like, history fan. I was like, you don't have any friends, don't you?
I think I joke. Yeah, I was joking. I was like, oh god, it's a Discord mod.
It's that kid in chat. And then I don't know. It's I still didn't understand the point of the movie. I don't think I watched the end. Yeah.
If you don't believe in Santa Claus, get wrecked, kid.
Is it like because they have a golden ticket? Is it just Willy Wonka with Santa?
Well, no, like
there's the whole bell thing where like they collect kids and you can only hear it if you believe in Santa, and like it's a journey for the main character to like see Santa to get proof that he's real.
I will admit I wasn't listening because niece was doing her thing. I think it was also on Christmas, so it's like, here's your toys, and she's like, I want to watch Polar Express, and it's just like, so I got her like this microphone, and she was screaming into that. My brother said to get it for her, so.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't a punishment. It was okay.
Well, we didn't hang out since the last thing. I had to go steal a package from another house to get my Christmas gifts all together.
I hate when it's delivered to the wrong place.
Yeah, except it was
that
my.
Happens?
Oh, yeah, when you put in the wrong address.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, no,
that's a you thing, then.
Yeah, no, I ordered off of eBay, and then everything went through, and I'm like, sweet. And then I'm waiting for it, and it's like, hey, it's been delivered. I'm like, okay, cool. And I look, and it's like, I don't live there. And then I found out that eBay saved my old address and never I don't remember it ever asking me to put in my new address. But I went in and no one saw me take it, and if they did, they didn't say anything.
I'm afraid of eBay.
So was I, until I started ordering stuff. So,
All right.
but yeah.
But the Polar Express is about like keeping that childhood like wonder alive. It's like regaining it like as a kid, and I guess it's because, you know, like when you're a kid and like sometimes you have to like be an adult. That's how I was gonna say. That's what it was to me. That's how I interpreted it though.
Yeah, because he has that in the very beginning. The little girl's like, "Oh, Big Brother says it's not real," and everyone's like, "I hope that's not the case."
Yeah.
What, that their big brother isn't real?
The Big Brother says Santa not real.
No, the big brothers aren't real. Wait, I'm a big brother.
You're not real.
I'm the biggest
I'm not
brother.
a
They have said that. Yeah.
Oh my god, my sister's calling me. Hold on.
That person's not real.
I'm recording a podcast. Go away. I'm being important. Okay.
And now we
Sorry.
can come up to the wrapping things up.
There's one last thing I want to say.
Just said that to her.
Why does Dean not have a picture on IMDb? Is this the only film he did?
Maybe he's like a cast member in something. Because
Well, he wrote this.
Oh, him and Jenny Slate, and
Yeah.
there was one other name. That's funny.
Yeah, it looks like he has a few things. He worked on a TV short called he was an editor for the TV short called The Bible.
All right.
No. But I think I did appreciate Dean's character because there were a lot of times I was thinking something and Dean would just be like, "Oh no!" Like when he asks about the rope, and he's like, "Oh, I get these particular hairs," and Dean's like, "Oh no, oh okay."
Yes.
He's married to Jenny Slate.
Oh,
I didn't know that they've been married. Oh, they were married from 2012 to 2016. Awkward.
oh, they would have filmed this.
That's
Post.
afterwards. So maybe
Yeah.
they ended on good terms.
Do you think that argument was based
Oh,
off
maybe
a real life
it's a little.
experience?
I was gonna say maybe it's a little autobiographical because he's like, "Oh, we just grew apart, and I'm living in an Airbnb until I found my own apartment."
It's gonna be-
Maybe it is.
and
And
that's
Maddie's
why.
sitting here shitting on it.
And that's why Jenny Slate got on it because, well, she's stuck in the same Airbnb with him. She had to be here.
It was the COVID movie.
Hey, you know what's also fun?
Oh, actually, it says they divorced in 2016 while they were making the movie Marcel the Shells with Shoes On. It was too close to home.
Oh,
Sorry. You were saying, Itisdpayne.
Oh, well, Jenny Slate, we'll see her later.
what movie is she in?
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Oh, yeah. I'm unprepared to cry to that one, but we'll see when we get there. I've only been in therapy for like, I think it'll be 4 years in a couple months.
This movie was in the making in 2014 as well.
Well, they also had shorts.
Well,
Like,
Oh.
so, like, it could have started off as that, because I wouldn't be surprised if all the, like, little YouTube shorts are literally just his videos that he made. Because I remember seeing it.
I know I've heard of Marcel before this, but I
Yeah.
didn't know anything else about, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think like it was all just like a big setup? Like they were like, we're gonna make a movie out of this. We have to like watch the channel grow.
No, I think they made the shorts and then saw popularity, and it's like, I don't know, is there something we could do with this? And then they decided to do that, and it ruined their lives.
We don't know. They finished the movie together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, just how Marcel ruined his life, Dean's life, to light a candle, and how Dean ruined their lives by getting them internet famous, and how 60 Minutes helped ruin a moment for that young couple. This
They
movie
were not getting
ruined.
back together.
The movie ruined. Yeah, she went to Guatemala.
Yeah. I remember I watched it. I was like, good for her. She's doing things to make herself feel like, you know, she's
in
making a
Guatemala.
change. And then there's the guy who's like, my apartment's really dirty. Please don't come inside.
Yeah, it's like, no, she is glow up. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
did.
If it's like getting better.
She did.
Mm-hmm.
She got rid of baggage and went to Guatemala. Guatemala has good food. Completely different conversation.
Anyway, I think we've ended all of these movie discussions on just saying, would you recommend this movie to other people?
Maddie?
I wouldn't want to be like, okay, this is how I'm thinking about it. I would not recommend this to other people because then that movie's tied to me, and then they're like, Maddie likes this movie, and I'm like, no, I don't actually. And then I have to explain myself again. They're like, why would you recommend this movie to me if you don't like it?
I've recommended things to people that I don't like because I think they'll like it.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I've
She
read
did
some
that with
books,
this movie for you.
but I've read some books that I'm like, the book is like maybe a 2 or a 3, but I was like, maybe this is more for you than it is for me.
Okay, I can see that. See, my thing is like, because streamer world, everything is your brand, like what you think and like what you put out there. So I'm like, I don't want this a part of my brand. So like, that's like, I'm not even like a big streamer. That's just like the mentality that Twitter has like given to me because of streaming Twitter. Like, that's your brand.
The streaming space, in hindsight, me not being in it anymore, I was like, wow, I really thought that I had to be something all the time.
Yeah, I think I go back and forth of like I do it for like more a hobby now, so it's not like as like, you know, a pivotal part of my life, and I'm not like sitting there like, I have to do this. I do it because I want to do it now. And I feel like once you get out of like the mindset of like, I have to do this for like the good of the world, not the good of the world, but that's a little extreme.
For what they tell you is success. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I've had a lot more fun doing it just for me and for my hobby, because then I make my stupid little mailman songs and I have fun. Yeah.
I do it to make the world worse.
Yeah, I can see that. You're a troll, Itisdpayne. I don't read textbooks for fun. Get out of here.
People who don't know, whenever Maddie posts something on Twitter about reading a book, I was like, well, that's a funny looking textbook. To 30 seconds later, it's not a textbook. How dare you? I want to come through the internet and punch you in a schnoz.
I want you to know every time I'm like aggressively typing, I'm like doing this thing, so
the tapping.
No, I'm so upset.
Yeah, like you'll write out like a very like 2-sentence, very angry thing. It was like, nah, it's a textbook.
I know,
or it's just like,
troll.
yeah, okay. It's just the 2-word thing. I'm just like, okay.
Bitch. To your mama. Let's curse at you in Polish.
Anyway, I guess like I could recommend it to a couple people. I think maybe I think it might be good to recommend with people with maybe like kids before they're like teenagers and stuff, and because I think it does bring up some subjects that are good to talk about with younger kids. Like the concept of like not being afraid and holding yourself back and all that, and like
death.
Yeah. Well, there's death in every movie. It's just how graphic is it?
Yeah.
So, but I think it's the subject matter and all that. The problem is I think it might be a little slower paced for younger kids and stuff. But I don't know.
I think it's goofy enough for younger kids, though, because it comes out strong with, like, poking fun at Marcel and how Marcel sees the world.
Yeah.
For me, this is a movie I think I would recommend to people, but, like, it has to be certain groups of people, because there's a lot of people that watch movies specifically for, like, high-octane action, and it's like... Mm-hmm. It's like how we talked about a lot of people review Bombing the Whale, where it's like you have to, like, go in with it just like an open mind and just sit there with it, and then... You'll probably get something out of it.
Yeah. Well, so many people are thinking The Whale, and it's even at work. Like, there's like, how are you going to make a serious movie about a dude that is 300 pounds and can't leave the house? And it's like...
they're just fat phobic then. But anyway.
Yes. But it's...
But everyone says the movie's fat phobic. Whatever.
Well, I got mad at that movie. I turned it off, actually, because, like, one, I couldn't focus on it because, you know, it was too slow-paced for me. I'm one of those people that's like, I need, like... You know, I grew up, like, I'm from, like, the TikTok generation of, like, I need to be stimulated. I'm playing on my phone watching a movie. But, like, I turned it off mostly because I hated the way that she acted towards her dad. She was so mean.
It, like...
I get it, because, like, they explained it a little bit, but, like...
She does have, like, a very small redemption arc. I know some people review bombed it saying, like, I didn't have a dad in my life, but I wouldn't be this bad. It's like, but all of these characters are meant to be, like... above and beyond.
Extremes.
Yeah.
That's what a movie is. No one is what it would be in real life. It is at the extreme of that caricature.
So that it really comes across on the screen.
Yeah, because no one's want to watch like someone's like, you're a jerk. Yeah, well, you're a
What do you mean?
yeah, so, yeah, you stupid. And it's like, I know some movies do that, but it's like,
But that character doesn't have the same kind of point as it does in The Whale. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like The Whale. But it's also like one of those things like, you want to feel bad. Yeah.
You want to feel worse?
You want to feel...
And keep feeling worse?
Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to get Manchester by the Sea on this podcast because I mentioned it multiple times. I said we should do a movie series of good movies that make you feel bad.
Like I said, my favorite in that would be Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
I haven't
good
watched.
one.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah,
I love Jim Carrey.
It's so fun seeing him not have to play like his usual stereotype characters because he's a really good actor. But.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's Dr. Robotnik.
I really love him. I love my favorite Jim Carrey movie is probably The Truman Show, just because
That's really good.
that's one of those movies that made me like feel. I felt terrible watching it, but like I liked the ending. But I was also like, oh my god, he's like, they gaslit this whole man. He's old now. How are you gonna unlearn that? Because like it's hard to unlearn things as an adult. But that's Jim Carrey. I don't know. I just love him. He's great.
Well,
We'll just
at
start
that
a series. Maddie will just give us a list of movies that she recommends.
Stardust.
and then we won't have her on the episodes.
No, we'll have Maddie on the last episode, and the last episode is just the wrap up episode where we rank the movies, and then Maddie has to be like, wrong. That should be number one. That
I
should
will
be.
Simon Cowell you.
And then what we can do, instead of us explaining the movie, we'll have her record like a little minute long description of the movie, but it's Maddie, so it will be about 10 minutes. And
I can wrap things up.
okay.
Do it. Butthole. Tushmato. Zvolzikupa.
Now you're just saying random baby gibberish.
Zvolzikupa is Polish for burglar turd.
Mm.
In that order. So turd, burglar.
Is that where the Hamburglar went? Anyway.
I think of Koopa as Trooper Koopa. Because Koopa in Polish, or Kupi is poop. So the poop troopers.
No, just like how Bay is poop in Danish or whatever it is.
The viewers are now learning something on this podcast.
Yeah, it's better than what they normally learn. Anyway, we should probably call it there before we go on and Hop's house decides to have another asthma attack or something. Mm-hmm. It's getting close to that time.
Don't do it. You actually hung out with me this time, Hop. How do you feel? No, I'm kidding.
She feels that...
It's a brand new experience. I've never done this before.
Yeah.
It's my yearly Hop hangout.
Yeah, so then we'll see you in 2025, I guess.
See you then.
To me. Oh my god, I'll cry.
You just said it was a yearly hangout, which means it only won.
But it's so early in the year.
Well, you shouldn't have said yes. You should have waited.
Have I been wrong? The Shane Off was 2 years ago. I did Hoppocalypse with you last year. This is a new year.
I was like, what the heck is the Shane Off? I'm like...
We talked about this way earlier.
Yes.
Keep up.
No, I remember it. It was just... I wasn't part of that. So it was like... It took me a second. I was like, what the heck is a Shane... Oh, yeah, that thing.
It was before I yelled at you on the internet to be my friend, Itisdpayne.
Yeah, it's because I became friends with all your friends. And then you're like, who the heck are you?
Be my friend!
And that's what it was... almost word for word of the first Discord message. Who the heck are you? Why are you friends with all my friends? Why don't you talk with me? And I was like, who are you?
I'm a type A person.
But that is all, Maddie. Thank you for joining us. We'll definitely have you on in the next series, whatever that will be. We don't know what it is yet, for once.
Tell me a movie.
A movie?
And you're allowed to say no.
No.
No?
No, not anymore.
Watch this one out of spite.
Yeah. She just said name a movie. Last Unicorn.
That's a book I've been meaning to read.
Oh, yeah, it is a book. Anyway, before we all go off on another subject, if we start talking about books, then we will be here for anher 2 hours.
No, we need a book movie adaptation. That's what we need to do a series of.
Oh my god, I would love that.
Treasure Island.
We don't talk about the Percy Jackson movie in this household, though.
No, it's not real. The TV series is real.
Yeah, it's not even a
TV
real
series
series.
We don't talk about the movie. What movie? Huh?
What book?
It's like Avatar: The Last Airbender.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
It does not exist.
I'll talk
Anyways.
about it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
All right, bye everybody.
Yeah, thank you everybody. Do the things.
Thanks for having me.
What's next
Check
week?
out Maddie's content. Oh, next week we have
Midsommar.
planned. Oh, what a twist!
You have Midsummer. Oh my god! You made me watch a show movie about Midsummer.
Hey, you were sandwiched because you said you liked Lady Bird. That's what we watched last week, and next week we're watching
God.
Midsommar.
Actually, I don't know how I feel about being on this podcast anymore.
You can blame me.
Hop. Wind it up. Anyways, thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you, Maddie, for joining. And yeah, if you guys missed the slideshow in the beginning, we'll make sure we have links to Maddie's stuff down below or whatever. But anyway, that is it. Thank you all for listening, watching, whatever. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.
Butthole, 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 butthole. This part's for D-Pain only. Butthole, 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 butthole.
I pushed the stop button, right?
I'm putting this in the episode.
Oh, shit.